Hi, beautiful people. I hope that you had a great day and all of that stuff. And I'm going to get right into the commentary. Nancy Guthrie, what no one wants to talk about. This case has been on my mind since it started. I don't know if it's because of her age or it's because she's right next door to me. Not literally. I live in California. This happened in Arizona. But it's just really been on my mind. And as time goes by, I feel like there's just things that people don't really want to say. So we're going to talk about it. Everything I share is for educational for his purposes only. This one's pretty heavy, you guys. This one's pretty heavy. Hey Daniel, happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, you guys, let me get into my video. Oh, before I get to my video, let me say this. There's a lot of strange things about this case, and it's layered. The very fact that it's already been 3 weeks and they were asking for a ransom. Most ransom cases don't go like this. They're usually, okay, it's a business deal. It's, I'm asking for something, I have something that you want, you give me money, and it's an exchange. So there's a lot of things that don't really sit well with me. Let me get into this video. Here we go.
Information yet, including new details about that report search for Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy. Today, authorities providing the most information yet, including new details about that purported ransom note received by multiple news outlets. Law enforcement is still not certain it's authentic, but officials say it included a deadline for today at 5 p.m. local time here in Tucson. They also released key details described in the note, including references to Nancy Guthrie's Apple Watch and a floodlight outside of her home that made them take the note seriously. But we should mention those details may have been publicly available. The sheriff's office in Arizona also revealing that something, possibly a person, was detected on Nancy's home security camera the night she went missing. We'll also have more on that.
Wait, I think for some minute. Hang on, I think I'm frozen. Hey, good morning, Mr. Crothers. Hang on, let me turn my camera off. I don't know why. Oh well, I'll just get to the video and I'll get my camera. It's crackling? Okay, let me know. I'm gonna play it right now.
Heartbreaking video, Savannah and her siblings reaching out to their missing mother, Nancy, and to her possible captor. We have 2 reports tonight, but we want to start with Liz Kreutz on the ground in Tucson.
Tonight, authorities revealing several new and potentially critical details about the abduction of Nancy Guthrie.
Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there.
The update from the sheriff and FBI coming just hours after that emotional video Savannah posted with her siblings pleading for her mother's safe return.
Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again.
For the first time, the sheriff's department outlining a rough timeline for Nancy's disappearance. They say after dinner at her daughter's house Saturday night, Nancy was brought home by a family member at 9:48 p.m. At 9:50, her garage door closed. Then at 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnected. At 2:12, software detected movement on a camera. And at 2:28, Nancy's pacemaker app disconnected. The sheriff tells me they haven't been able to access any home surveillance video, and they currently have no suspect or person of interest.
Is this a professional abduction? It seems like they did not make any mistakes.
I can't say that. I don't know. As we move, we'll learn if they made mistakes. I don't know of a perfect crime.
The FBI also addressing the reported ransom note sent to 3 different news outlets, saying it referenced an Apple Watch Nancy owned and floodlights at her house, information that's publicly available. He also said the note has a deadline.
The ransom note that was distributed to the media did make a demand for 5 p.m. today. And if a transfer wasn't made, then I think a second demand was for next Monday.
The special agent in charge says they're still investigating the legitimacy of the ransom note and that there's been no contact so far with any potential abductor.
In a normal kidnapping case, there would be contact by now.
Authorities arresting a man last night for sending a hoax ransom demand to Savannah's sister and brother-in-law.
To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions.
The FBI now offering a $50,000 reward for any information that leads to Nancy or an arrest. For now, the investigation continues after 5 days of searching, waiting, and praying.
What gives you hope that Nancy is still out there?
Wow. You have to have hope. You have to have hope. You can't, come on, this is somebody's mom. We're going to find her. And hopefully she's alive when we do.
And we all have hope right now. Liz joins us live. Back to the reported ransom note you've been reporting on here. What are authorities doing ahead of these alleged deadlines you mentioned?
Well, Tom, first, the FBI needs to verify if the demand is legitimate. To do so, they are trying to open up a line of communication with whoever sent it. If they are able to do that, the FBI says that they are prepared. They have crisis negotiators here in Tucson ready to assist the family. Tom?
Okay, Liz, we thank you. You saw part of that emotional plea from Savannah and her siblings. Dana Griffin now with a closer look at the message the family is sending.
We want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
It's a gut-wrenching, emotional plea from Savannah, her sister Annie, and brother Cameron.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She's 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile.
Speaking at times directly to their mother.
Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
The siblings then making this request to any potential kidnapper.
We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you.
NBC News law enforcement analyst Jim Kavanaugh says the family is trying to humanize Nancy and open the door for communication.
The goal is to start a communication to get Nancy released. There's been a couple of one-way ransom demands that they can't tell if they're valid or not.
Anyone who has Nancy, he says, is at a crossroads right now.
The abductors have two options: communicate and try to achieve the goals of their crime, or release Nancy. Take her to a church, take her to a business, drop her off.
So Nancy can be right back where she belongs. Dana Griffin, NBC News, Tucson, Arizona.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel. Tonight, we have new details in the search for Savannah Guthrie's mother.
Hey guys, it's been so long since I've done a regular stream, but I'm gonna start coming live earlier for you guys with these streams. Now I'm gonna tell you this, just waiting on Leave It So. Leave It So under my comment section now that I didn't come live earlier, but I got off work late. So I'm not gonna be with you guys long. I was only planning on being with you guys for 8 minutes, but I got you. The thing that's hard about this case is because, like I was saying before, it's a ransom case, right? It's not just the average kidnapping. Most kidnappings go unreported for a lot of reasons. This one, and they don't even go for as much money as this Nancy Guthrie case is going for. The kidnappers were asking for $4 million, and then it went up to $6 million, right? I don't know if this case is gonna go cold. I'm breaking up. Oh no! Wait a minute. Let me refresh much. Am I still breaking up? What's the over under on Trump beating last year's state? I'm gonna talk about Trump. You guys, is my video is it breaking up? All right, fine. I just run. I get out of here. Now I'm breaking up. Oh. Okay, let me try to refresh my screen. It's not letting me. I'll try. 1 second. Okay. I don't know if it's the weather because we have bad weather. My voice? Oh no. Okay, hang on. Okay, wait. Can you hear me now or no? No, yeah. All right. I don't know. So I guess I'll just go and I'll try to stream again for you guys tomorrow if you guys can't hear me. All right. Let me see. You still can't hear me? It's better? All right. It's better. Just my thoughts. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna hold you guys. But I'm gonna continue to pray for his family. I'm gonna continue to pray for Nancy. And you hear me fine? Thank you, Jose. Thank you. I'm good now. I'm gonna continue to pray for Nancy. As I watch this case, it just gets creepier and creepier. I hope that somebody comes forward because there's no way you can just take an 84-year-old woman in broad daylight and nobody with all the technology that we have, nobody knows anything. And the thing that scares me the most, and that scares a lot of people, is the fact that this family is a wealthy family. And they offered to pay the money in Nancy Guthrie's case. They offered to pay. They're worth $40 million. All right. I don't like what's happening, but if you look at it like a business transaction, which it is, then this case would have already been solved. Because the longer people, let's say, this lady was taken from her home, right? Kidnappers know that the longer you have the woman or the person, the more dangerous this case is, the more things can happen. There's so many things that can go wrong. And usually there's two danger points, right? When you take the person, a lot of things can go wrong. And if that person tries to get away, things can go wrong. So with the time it's already been like 3 weeks. And with the amount of time that this case is going on, it doesn't look good. Now, I'm not giving up hope. The family's not giving up hope. I still pray that this lady is found alive. I feel like it was done by amateurs because why would they give a ransom note to TMZ? But with her health and her age, I just don't know, you guys. I feel like it's dark times and just have to keep the family in prayer. Okay. So as I keep updating you guys and keep following this case, I'm not gonna hold you. When I look at the details of this case, it just gets darker and darker and more grim. And that's just how I feel. And maybe you guys feel a different way. Maybe you feel like, hey, she's gonna be found and it's gonna be just fine. Well, Arizona's the desert. And that's just my thoughts on it. You guys have any thoughts for me? It is very dark, Snoops. It's very dark. And it's an unfortunate situation. But they detained someone. There wasn't enough evidence. They let that person go. Now, they do feel that it's more than one person. I feel that it's more than one person. And come to find out, there was somebody that was casing out the house even before they approached the door. But I just can't believe that no one's been found in this high-profile case. Always hope, but also reality. Also reality, also reality. And that's just what I have to say. That's what I have to say about that. Let me see something here. Give me a second. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on, guys. Hopefully my sound will. There's something I wanted to. Hopefully my sound won't give out. Something I'm gonna look for. But what do you guys think? I mean, do you think this case is gonna go cold, or what do you think? Oh, this is what I'm looking for.
Now we want to take you to an update on the search for Nancy Guthrie out of Tucson, Arizona. The search continues now in day 23. And we have this
23 days.
from Fox News Digital's Michael Ruiz. He says, breaking, a source with knowledge of the investigation just confirmed to me that these two images were taken on different days and may show the same person.
So those two images coming from that surveillance video that was released by the FBI earlier in this investigation. You can see it here. And Fox News Digital saying a source is telling them that two of those images were taken on different days, but do appear to possibly show the same person. Now, over in Tucson, Arizona, the search continues today for Nancy Guthrie, the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Hundreds of local and federal investigators have been searching for Nancy and any suspects in her abduction for more than 3 weeks now. And now some people in the Tucson area have decided to do a search of their own. Fox's Oliviana Calmes spoke to some of those searchers this weekend. Oliviana, what did they have to say?
Hey, good evening. Well, I just want to talk about that tweet that we just saw. We've reached out to the Sheriff's Department here in Tucson and Pima County, and they tell us that information did not come from here in Pima County Sheriff's Department or the FBI. So we're working to confirm if that is correct information. Of course, we're looking for any new information in this case, but that is the official word from the Sheriff's Department this evening to Fox News. Now, we're talking about these volunteer search groups. There have been a few people over the weekend that decided to get together this little grassroots effort to really push to find anything related to this case. They say that they're not satisfied with the investigation, and so they really want to jump in wherever they can. So about a dozen people went around and walked around the Catalina foothills near Nancy Guthrie's home, and an organizer telling them to report anything unusual, any clothing, jewelry, backpacks, gloves, even blood marks that they may find. And the Pima County Sheriff's Department did see that this was going to go on. They said, hey, this work is best left to professionals. They also said, make sure and respect private property laws if you do go search. And I was able to catch up with some of the volunteers while they searched. A couple of them told me one of the reasons they're here is because they just really feel for the Guthrie family this far out.
I feel like they should be doing way more. I feel like more people should be out here helping. If it was their parents, I'm pretty sure people would want people to help. So I just think people should just put themselves in their shoes.
Also nearby Nancy Guthrie's home, there's the Casas Adobes flower shop. And they told me the Guthries have ordered from them before and say now they've been getting calls from all across the world from people who want to continue to show their support for the Guthrie family by ordering yellow flowers.
Yellow a lot of times is a sign of hope and optimism. So, and I think that's what everyone's trying to express here with the yellow, is hope that they'll find her. You know.
Now, you mentioned that tweet earlier. We're working to confirm and get that information if that's out there. Again, the Sheriff's Department saying that information didn't come from them or the FBI. And we know there aren't any media updates scheduled for the rest of the week at this point right now. I'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Oliviana, for that live report from Tucson, Arizona. As the search for Nancy Guthrie continues, again, we are now in day 23, so more than 3 weeks since she went missing. Authorities believe she was taken forcibly from her home in the night. And we want to bring you, again, this tweet from Fox News Digital's Michael Ruiz saying a source with knowledge of the investigation just confirmed to me that these two images were taken on different days and may show the same person. This is from that FBI surveillance video from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera that was put out earlier in the investigation. As we just heard from Oliviana, Fox News is working to confirm that report. So we will bring you any updates as we get them, as the search still continuing for Nancy Guthrie out of Tucson, Arizona.
Hindsight is 2020, but
Okay, so Ax says, I know influencers are thinking they can help, but I personally think they should stay out of the way, at least in the immediate area. I agree with you. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I did want to go over there. I wanted to fly and kind of get a sense of the area, which would have been absolutely crazy being in Palm Springs. But I don't know. I feel it's kind of tough because part of me is like maybe influencers can help if they don't tamper with evidence, and part of me is like just leave it to the professionals. But it's been over 20 days, and maybe the more people that look for this lady, maybe somebody's had to see something. Now the award is over $200,000. The award is over $200,000 to go back. So I'll say I think that people are desperate and they're just wanting to try anything. Just my thought said, you could tell. Tie a yellow ribbon around the oak tree and wait. No oak tree in the desert. Yeah, we're in the desert. We got palm trees. I don't know if they have palm trees in Arizona. I can't remember. But I kind of feel like the more people that look out, somebody has to say something. I still feel that with no sign of life, that it's just this lady doesn't have her Apple Watch, her pacemaker's disconnected. There's a lot of things that's going on with her. And Savannah, the family must be going through so much, you guys. But at the end of the day, this is not like a typical kidnapping for ransom case. If you look at any other case, you'll see that usually they're solved faster if they're offering money because they want the money and they really don't want all the trouble and the headache. The longer you have this lady, the more you have to house her, feed her, take care of her. And it's just, if at the end of the day they want money, they're not going to just hold somebody for this long without getting the money. Unless they're just that dumb. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Okay. Now I'm going to try to start going live earlier to cover this story. So tomorrow I will try to be on by 8:30. Don't hold me to it. Because this one hits closer to home. Okay. And it's a person. I don't see her as content. I don't see her as anything. I'm hoping that this case does not go cold and this lady makes it back home to her family and they can go on about their day. Y'all have any final thoughts for me? I lasted 23 minutes over here with you guys. All right, you guys. It was nice hanging out with you guys. I will see you on the next one. I will probably be live again in about 45 minutes, but not over here. Okay, I'm going to do a break with my other stream. So, all right, you guys. Pray for the lady, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.